Hi guys, we're continuing with Act 5 of Macbeth. In scene 4, we saw that Malcolm, Macduff, Seward, actually, was Macduff there? Yes. Seward's son, many of the Scottish soldiers were all gathering in the woods near Burnham. Malcolm then instructed those soldiers and those men to hew down or cut down the branches of the trees to disguise their appearance so that it could act as camouflage as they begin to close in on Macbeth and attack Macbeth, who is fortifying the castle of Dunsinane. Act 5, Scene 5 is very important, and we're going to see one of the most famous soliloquies in all of Shakespeare in this act, which I will later require more work of you, okay? So it's important that you understand what's happening in this scene. So without further ado, we are in Scene 5. Enter Macbeth, Satan, and soldiers with drums and colors. Remember, they're preparing for battle, okay? Macbeth calls out, "Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still, 'They come!' Our castle's strength will laugh the siege to scorn. Here let them lie, till famine and ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home." There's a cry of women coming from within the castle, okay? And he turns and says, "What is that noise?" Satan says, "It is the cry of women, my good lord." And then he exits, obviously, to go investigate what this cry is and where it's coming from. When he leaves, Macbeth thinks these next lines to himself. He says, "I have almost forgot the taste of fear. The time has been when my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would at a dismal treatsy rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped full with horrors. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me." So he recognizes here that he no longer knows what fear is because his slaughterous thoughts have put an end to all of his fear. Satan now returns, and Macbeth says to him, "Wherefore was that cry?" Remember, wherefore means why, right? Why was there a cry? Satan responds saying, "The queen, my lord, is dead." It would be apt that Satan is delivering this news about Lady Macbeth's demise. This is how Macbeth responds to learning that his significant other, his spouse, has died. He says, "She would have died hereafter." Now, if you were to get the news that your significant other, your spouse, your lover had died, I do not think that you would respond by saying, "Yeah, he or she was going to die." Okay? This says a lot about the mental state that Macbeth is currently in. Okay? This is where he continues in this very famous soliloquy. Okay? "She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." This is a very sad soliloquy. I tried to deliver it with some semblance of awareness of Macbeth's dire misery, maybe not even misery, but morbidness, right? So it's just utter despair, okay? He comes to the realization that life means nothing for him. And we're slowly approaching the climax here. A messenger now comes in and he's going to deliver news about what we saw in the last scene, and that is that there is an army approaching, except they are camouflaged. So he says to the messenger, "Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story, quickly." He demands to hear what he has to say. "Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it." Macbeth is like, "All right, say it, or okay, well, say, sir." The messenger says, "As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move." Macbeth hears this and says, "Liar and slave! Let me endure your wrath if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove. If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham wood do come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes to Dunsinane. So I'm going to stop here for a moment. Okay, he first starts to reprimand the messenger, right? You've all heard the saying, "Don't kill the messenger." Okay, he is incredibly angry at this messenger, but the messenger is just delivering the message. Okay, and then he says, "I pull in resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth." Who is the fiend that lies like truth? In this situation, it's the witches who have been equivocating and who have also told him, "Fear not till Burnham wood do come till Dunsinane," and now the woods are coming to Dunsinane, right? Macbeth is starting to doubt the witches a little bit. Arm, and out," he says. If this which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence nor tarrying here." Okay, so he says then, if this is the case, then I am not going anywhere. I am not going to fly, and I am not going to tarry. In other words, he's going to fight, okay, which arguably would make him the tragic hero that he is labeled, okay? "I begin to be aweary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell, blow, wind, come rack, at least we'll die with harness on our back." Okay, and now he prepares for battle with a little bit of doubt in the witches' prophecies and their. Okay, I hope my reading helped.